What if I told you that the luckiest person in the world could be you? Yes, you. Not because of winning the lottery or having a perfect past, but because deep within you lies the power to unlock a life so aligned, so radiant, so guided that it seems like luck is always on your side. Today, you begin that journey, not by chasing external signs, but by remembering the truth of who you are. You are a powerful, loving, abundant being. And your so-called luck isn't random. It is activated. Let us step into the vibration where luck lives, a place of belief, alignment, and joyful expectation. Luck begins with your beliefs, not with external circumstances, coincidences, or random chance. It does not come from outside of you. It is born within the silent chambers of your mind. The luckiest people in the world are not always the richest, the most connected, or even the most educated. They are the ones who have trained their minds to expect good things, to trust the timing of life, and to believe that something beautiful is always unfolding behind the scenes, even when it's not yet visible. Everything you experience in life stems from what you believe about yourself and the world. If you believe that you are unlucky, that life is against you, or that you always come in last, your subconscious mind will find ways to confirm it. You'll walk past opportunities without seeing them. You'll attract people who reflect your doubts. You'll make choices based on fear instead of possibility. But when you shift that belief, when you decide, I am lucky and life favors me, your inner world begins to shift. You start seeing doors you hadn't noticed before. You start saying yes to things that used to scare you. You begin to expect and therefore receive little moments of magic. That's not coincidence. That's energy aligning with belief. Your thoughts are like seeds, and belief is the soil in which they grow. If the soil is filled with love, trust, and expectation of good, your life will bloom in ways that surprise you. But if the soil is full of fear, resentment, and hopelessness, even the best seeds won't thrive. When you carry the belief that you're lucky, that everything is happening for you and not to you, you send a message to the universe, I am ready to receive. And the universe always responds to your vibration, not your words alone. Think about the people who always seem to be in the right place at the right time. They're not doing anything magical. They simply expect good things to happen, so their energy is open, relaxed, and tuned into joy. They don't walk into a room expecting rejection. They walk in knowing there's something valuable there for them. They look at delays as divine protection, not punishment. They're not panicked when something falls through because they believe something better is on the way. That is the mindset of someone who is truly lucky. Belief is a choice you can make every single day. You can choose to wake up and say, today is going to be beautiful. I don't need to know how. I just know that something amazing is already in motion. This kind of thinking isn't delusion, it's creation. You are creating a mental and emotional space where blessings feel welcome. You're no longer fighting life. You're working with it. It's important to understand that the universe doesn't reward effort alone. It responds to alignment. You can work yourself to the bone and still feel stuck if your belief system is rooted in scarcity, self-doubt, and fear. But when you combine inspired action with a powerful belief that you are supported, things begin to unfold more smoothly. People show up to help you. Ideas flow. Solutions appear without strain. That's not luck in the way the world defines it. It's alignment with the truth that you are always guided and supported. Affirmations are a powerful tool in building belief. When you say, I am so lucky, everything always works out for me, you are not lying to yourself. You are reprogramming your subconscious mind to see life through a new lens. Over time, the energy behind that belief builds momentum. Your nervous system starts to calm down. Your confidence rises. You trust yourself more. You trust life more. And that sense of trust opens the gateway to everything you desire. There is no limit to how lucky you can become once you shift your beliefs. Imagine walking through life with the quiet confidence that the universe is on your side. You no longer need to compete, to compare, or to beg for scraps of happiness. You stand in the center of your own power, knowing that your belief is the magnet, the signal, the invitation for blessings to arrive. You get to decide how your story goes. You get to wake up tomorrow and say, I am the luckiest person I know. And even if things don't look perfect yet, you trust that it's all part of something bigger. You begin to see challenges as setups for greater expansion. You stop labeling yourself as cursed or broken or behind. You start affirming your divine timing. You begin to see yourself as favored, protected, and richly provided for. That shift is subtle, but it changes everything. Because luck is not out there waiting to find you. It is within you, waiting to be activated by your belief. And when you believe with your whole heart that you are worthy of miracles, those miracles will begin to appear in your everyday life. Not because you forced them, but because you finally believed they belonged to you all along. Gratitude turns the ordinary into the miraculous. It is one of the most powerful energies in the universe, and yet it is often the most overlooked. When we live in a state of gratitude, we shift our entire vibration. We stop focusing on what's missing and begin to honor what's already present. And in that shift, everything changes. Suddenly, what we once took for granted becomes sacred. What we once ignored becomes beautiful. Gratitude awakens the soul to the richness of life that was always there, but hidden behind the veil of expectation, complaint, or comparison. So many people are waiting for something big to happen before they feel thankful. They want the promotion, the relationship, the breakthrough. But the truth is, gratitude is not a response to receiving. It is the gateway to receiving. When you begin to appreciate the small things, the sunlight through your window, the smile from a stranger, the quiet comfort of your breath, you begin to align yourself with the frequency of abundance. The universe hears you say, I am grateful, and it responds with more to be grateful for. Think about this. Two people can have the exact same day, same weather, same job, same experiences, and yet one feels empty and stressed, while the other feels deeply fulfilled. Why? Because one has trained themselves to see life through the lens of gratitude. That lens doesn't just change what you see, it changes what you attract. When you radiate gratitude, life opens up to meet you. Blessings flow more freely. Solutions appear more quickly. People treat you more kindly. You begin to feel like the universe is conspiring for you instead of against you. Gratitude is also one of the most healing energies. When your heart is broken, when your path feels uncertain, when your body is tired, gratitude has the power to restore you. It pulls your attention away from the pain and gently guides it back to the present moment, where peace still lives. It doesn't mean denying what's difficult. It simply means choosing to remember what's still good, even in the middle of the storm. You might not have everything you want today, but take a closer look at what you do have. Perhaps you have someone who checks on you. Perhaps you have a warm meal, or a soft pillow, or a beating heart that never gives up on you. These are not small things. These are miracles that we walk past every day without realizing it. Gratitude invites you to pause and recognize the sacredness in the simple. And the beautiful thing is, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it might feel awkward. You might have to dig deep to find something to be thankful for, but keep going. Soon, You'll find gratitude in everything, in the lessons, in the losses, even in the delays. You'll start to say, I don't know why this is happening, but I trust that something good is on the other side. That's the voice of someone who is no longer resisting life. They are flowing with it. Gratitude is also incredibly magnetic. People are drawn to grateful hearts. It's not about pretending to be happy all the time. It's about being real, but still choosing to see the light. When you speak from a place of appreciation, you lift the energy of everyone around you. You become a reminder of what is good in the world. And in return, you begin to attract more joy, more love, more peace. Every morning, before you reach for your phone or get lost in your to-do list, take a moment to feel grateful. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Just a quiet thank you. Thank you for waking up. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to grow. Let that be the energy that starts your day. And when you go to bed at night, end your day the same way. No matter what happened, no matter how imperfect it felt, find something to appreciate. This practice rewires your brain, it retrains your focus, it transforms your life from the inside out. Remember, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, it's gratitude that brings us happiness. The more you give thanks for the life you have, the more life gives you to be thankful for. What you appreciate appreciates. So let today be a turning point. Let gratitude be more than a feeling. Let it be your way of living. Let it soften your heart, open your eyes, and lift your spirit. Because when you live in gratitude, even the most ordinary moments shimmer with the light of miracles. You are always aligned with the right people and opportunities, even when you can't yet see the evidence. Life is never random. The universe is constantly orchestrating divine appointments, sacred connections, and timely encounters to help guide you toward your highest good. Every person you meet, every moment that crosses your path, every so-called coincidence is part of a bigger picture, a plan that is unfolding perfectly, even if your human eyes cannot yet see the full masterpiece. There is a natural rhythm to your life, a divine timing that brings people and situations into your world when your energy is ready to receive them. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to chase anyone. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with peace, love, and trust, you become magnetic to the right people and aligned opportunities. The right doors open without struggle. The right conversations happen with ease. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, doing exactly what your soul came here to do. Often, we think we have to make everything happen on our own. We worry that we'll miss out if we don't push harder, run faster, or cling tighter. But life is not meant to be a constant chase. When you let go of the need to control every outcome and start trusting that you are divinely supported, everything becomes lighter. You begin to recognize that what is meant for you cannot miss you. You start noticing subtle signs and inner nudges that lead you to the very people and paths that are destined to be a part of your journey. Alignment is not about being perfect, it's about being present, it's about listening to your inner guidance and acting from a place of self-trust. It's about showing up as your authentic self, knowing that who you truly are is more than enough. The people who are meant for you will recognize your energy, they will be drawn to your light, your truth, your frequency. You don't need to chase or convince or change yourself to fit in. You simply need to allow yourself to be fully seen and loved as you are. Some relationships come into your life to teach you. Others come to heal you. Some are here to walk with you for a season and others for a lifetime. Trust that each one serves a purpose. And when someone leaves your life, it does not mean you've lost your path. It simply means that the next aligned person or opportunity is on its way. Let go with grace. Make room for the new. Life is always clearing space for the next blessing to arrive. You may not always understand the timing. Sometimes it feels like nothing is moving, like you're stuck in a season of waiting. But what you can't see is the preparation happening behind the scenes. The universe is arranging conversations, stirring hearts, redirecting paths, and lining up exactly what you need, often in ways far better than anything you could have planned. Your only job is to stay centered, stay open, and keep showing up in faith. When you live from a place of inner alignment, opportunities that match your energy begin to flow effortlessly. You don't have to beg for recognition, struggle for love, or chase success. Instead, you become a vibrational match for the things your heart truly desires. Life becomes a dance of synchronicities, moments that feel like magic because they are. They are the natural result of you aligning with your truth. Even missed opportunities and delayed answers serve a purpose. What seems like a closed door may actually be divine protection. What feels like rejection may be redirection. Not every person or path is meant to stay, and that's a gift. You are being refined. You are being guided towards something even better. So breathe deeply, trust fully. Know that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not here to beg for love, opportunity, or success. You are here to remember that you are worthy of all of it. You are here to walk in your light, own your power, and know that the universe is your partner. When you believe in your worth, the right people show up. The ones who see you, respect you, and celebrate you. When you trust your timing, the right doors swing open with ease, the ones that lead to fulfillment, joy, and divine purpose. So, right now, even in this very moment, life is moving on your behalf. Somewhere, someone is thinking about how to bless you, how to support you, how to collaborate with you. Somewhere, an opportunity is unfolding that matches exactly what you've been hoping for. You don't need to find it, it will find you. Just keep your heart open, your energy clear, and your belief strong. You are not alone on this journey. You are guided, you are supported, you are always aligned with the right people and the right opportunities. And everything that's meant for you is already on its way. Self-worth unlocks every blessing. It is the invisible key that opens the doors you've been knocking on, the silent force that determines how much love, success, and joy you will allow into your life. Without self-worth, even the greatest blessings can pass you by, unnoticed or rejected, because somewhere deep within, you've convinced yourself that you are not enough to receive them. But the moment you recognize your inherent value, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are, everything begins to change. You were born worthy. Before the world gave you labels, before experiences shaped your beliefs, before you were taught to compare or doubt yourself, your worth was whole, untouched, and radiant. That truth still lives inside you. It may have been buried under layers of guilt, shame, or criticism, but it was never lost. You don't have to earn it, you only have to remember it. When you truly understand your worth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop chasing people who do not see your value. You stop accepting jobs that drain your spirit. You stop saying yes when your soul is begging you to say no. You become clear, you become strong, and you begin to attract things, people, and experiences that mirror your inner belief. I am worthy of the best that life has to offer. So many people are waiting for the outside world to give them permission to feel worthy. They wait for the right partner to choose them, the promotion to validate them, the compliments to build them. But self-worth is an inside job. If you base your value on external approval, you will always be vulnerable to its absence. One moment of rejection, one failed plan, and you crumble. But when your worth comes from within, nothing can take it from you. You begin to walk differently. You speak with more certainty. You take up space without apology. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You understand that you are not here to please everyone. You are here to honor your soul, to live your truth, and to be a living example of what it means to love yourself unconditionally. Self-worth also teaches you to receive. So many people block their blessings not because they aren't available, but because they don't feel worthy of receiving them. They reject compliments, push away help, and talk themselves out of good opportunities. They say, "I'm not ready. I don't deserve this," or "Who am I to have that?" But the truth is, you are a child of the universe. Abundance, love, and joy are your birthright. You don't have to prove yourself. You only need to allow yourself to receive. When you know your worth, you stop begging for crumbs and start expecting the feast. You stop overgiving to those who take you for granted. You create healthy boundaries, not to keep love out, but to protect the sacredness of your heart. You don't tolerate disrespect, dishonesty, or anything that makes you forget how valuable you are. You understand that what you allow is what will continue, and you choose to allow only what uplifts and supports your growth. This deep sense of worth doesn't come overnight. It comes from gentle healing, from listening to your inner child and giving her the love she always needed, from rewriting the stories you were told about who you are and what you can have, from affirming yourself daily, "I am enough, I am whole, I am lovable, just as I am." It comes from practicing compassion with your flaws and celebrating your uniqueness, from choosing to believe that your existence is not a mistake, it is a miracle. With self-worth, your decisions become clearer. You no longer make choices out of desperation or fear of missing out. You trust your timing. You trust that what is meant for you cannot be taken from you. You stop competing and start creating. You stop proving and start being. And life begins to respond to this energy. Suddenly, opportunities find you. Love flows more easily. Peace becomes your home. Not because the world changed, but because you did. The blessings you seek are already circling around you. They are waiting for you to say yes, not just with your words, but with your energy. They are waiting for you to rise into the version of yourself who no longer doubts her worth, who no longer questions if she deserves happiness, who no longer hides behind fear and past wounds. The version of you who believes deeply and fully, "I am worthy of all that is good." You don't have to be perfect to be worthy. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to love yourself through the process, willing to stop abandoning yourself, willing to speak kindly to the mirror, willing to trust that you were never lacking. You were only waiting to remember. Intuition is the quiet compass of the fortunate. It is the inner whisper that guides you toward your highest path, the gentle nudge that tells you when something is right or when something is off. It is not loud, not forceful, and never rooted in fear. Intuition is the language of the soul, and those who learn to listen to it often appear to be lucky to the outside world. But it's not luck, it's alignment. The most fortunate people are not necessarily those with the best resources, the most connections, or the highest education. They are often the ones who have learned to trust their inner voice above the noise of the world. While others seek validation outside themselves, the fortunate ones look inward. They trust the pull they feel when something resonates deeply, and they honor the discomfort that arises when something feels off, even if it makes no logical sense in the moment. Everyone has intuition. It is not a gift for the chosen few. It lives in all of us, waiting to be acknowledged, trusted, and followed. But many people ignore it. They brush it aside, dismissing it as foolishness or overthinking. They've been trained to believe that logic is supreme and that feelings are unreliable. And so, they override their instincts with fear, over analysis, and the desire to please others. Then they wonder why things don't work out, why they end up in situations that drain them, why they constantly feel misaligned. When you begin to honor your intuition, your life transforms. You start making decisions that are in harmony with your true self. You stop forcing relationships, careers, and paths that don't feel right. You begin to walk a path that reflects your soul, not your conditioning. And in doing so, you step into a life that flows. You meet people who uplift you. You find opportunities that feel divinely timed. You experience a sense of ease, even in challenge, because you're no longer walking against the current. You're moving with it. Your intuition speaks in many ways. Sometimes it's a soft knowing in your gut. Other times it comes as a wave of peace or a sudden burst of clarity. It may arrive as a dream, a repeated sign, or a thought that won't leave you. The key is not to question how it shows up, but to trust it when it does. The more you follow it, the stronger it becomes. Like a muscle, intuition grows with use. When you listen, respond, and act in faith, it begins to guide you more clearly, more frequently, and with greater confidence. Many of the most successful and joyful people in the world attribute their greatest decisions to following their intuition. They may use logic to plan and analyze, but when it comes to choosing their direction, they often say it just felt right. That feeling is the compass of the fortunate. It doesn't always lead to the easiest road, but it always leads to the right one, the one that grows you, heals you, and ultimately blesses you. There may be times when your intuition asks you to walk away from something others think is perfect. It may lead you to make choices that defy logic, challenge tradition, or disappoint people. That is okay. Intuition does not speak to the crowd. It speaks to you. It knows your soul's mission. It sees the bigger picture. It understands what your conscious mind cannot yet comprehend. Trusting it is the greatest form of self-respect. To cultivate your intuition, start by creating stillness in your life. In the quiet, you can hear the voice beneath the noise. Meditate, breathe deeply, spend time in nature. Ask questions like, what does my heart need? Or what is the most loving choice I can make? Then listen without pressure or expectation. The answers will come, not always immediately, but always in perfect timing. Also, pay attention to how your body reacts. The body is a powerful messenger. It tightens when something is wrong. It feels light when something is right. If you feel drained, anxious, or heavy in someone's presence or during a certain decision, honor that. If you feel energized, calm, and expanded, that's a yes from your soul. Your body doesn't lie. One of the greatest benefits of following your intuition is peace. Even when things don't go as planned, you know you honored your truth. You know you were guided by something greater than fear or ego. And that peace is worth more than any temporary approval or surface success. So trust your compass. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are being guided moment by moment, decision by decision, breath by breath. All you have to do is listen. The answers are within you. The path is already unfolding. And the life that feels like luck to others is simply the result of a soul-led journey, one guided not by noise, but by deep, quiet knowing. The universe responds to your energy, not your effort. It listens to the vibration you carry more than the actions you take. You can work day and night, hustle every hour, and push with all your might, but if your energy is rooted in fear, doubt, desperation, or scarcity, you will find yourself exhausted and frustrated, wondering why things still aren't working out. True manifestation doesn't come from force, it comes from flow. The most powerful transformation occurs when your internal state aligns with the outcome you desire. We've been taught to believe that effort alone creates results. And while action is important, it is not the full picture. Action without alignment is like rowing upstream. It takes everything out of you, and still you barely move. But when your energy is aligned with your intention, you begin to flow with the current of life. Suddenly, things feel easier. People show up to help. Ideas fall into place. Synchronicities become common. You're no longer struggling to make life work. You are allowing life to work with you. Your energy is your most powerful tool. It is made up of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and the frequency you radiate into the world. If you are carrying anxiety, unworthiness, or self-criticism beneath the surface, that becomes the signal you send out, and the universe always mirrors your signal. It doesn't judge, it simply reflects. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll encounter situations and people who reinforce that belief. If you believe that opportunities are scarce and you have to fight for everything, life will continue to feel like a battlefield. But when you shift your energy, when you begin to carry love, trust, peace, and worthiness in your body and spirit, the universe shifts with you. Life begins to open. Doors that were once shut begin to swing wide. You begin to attract experiences that feel like divine timing, not coincidence. That's not because you worked harder. It's because your energy became a match for what you've always desired. This is why rest is just as powerful as movement. Stillness is just as sacred as striving. You do not always need to be busy to be productive. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, breathe, and reset your energy. Ask yourself, am I doing this from love or from fear? From expansion or from contraction? From joy or from pressure? The answer will tell you whether you are aligned or out of sync. You are allowed to take inspired action. In fact, you are meant to. But inspired action comes from a place of clarity and inner knowing. It doesn't drain you, it energizes you. You are not chasing, you are co-creating, you are not begging, you are inviting. There's a huge difference between doing something because you think you have to and doing it because it feels guided, exciting, or peaceful. The energy behind your action determines the result. This is also why two people can take the same steps and get completely different outcomes. One person may be full of doubt, comparing themselves and trying to prove their worth. The other may trust their timing, believe in their value, and take the same steps with confidence and joy. The universe responds to the second person, not because they worked harder, but because they aligned their energy with abundance, trust, and self-worth. So how do you shift your energy? You begin by noticing. Notice how you feel when you think about your dreams. Do you feel inspired or anxious, empowered or afraid? Do you believe it's possible for others but not for you? That awareness is the first step. Once you see where your energy is misaligned, you can begin to choose new thoughts, new beliefs, new emotional patterns. Use affirmations to rewire your vibrations. Say aloud, I am enough. I am a magnet for miracles. I do not chase. What belongs to me flows effortlessly. Feel the truth of those words in your body. Practice gratitude every day. Gratitude raises your vibration instantly. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already working. And from that space, you become magnetic to even more blessings. Meditate. Spend time in stillness. Quiet your mind so that you can hear your inner wisdom. Your energy does not rise by accident. It rises through intention, through presence, through choosing peace over panic, love over fear, trust over control. You don't need to prove your worth through endless effort. You don't need to burn yourself out to earn a life of joy. You are already worthy. You are already loved. The more you believe that, the more the universe responds. Not with resistance, but with grace. So pause, breathe, realign. Remember that you are powerful, not because of how much you do, but because of who you are and how you feel. When your energy is right, everything else follows. Let your energy lead. Let your vibration rise. The universe is listening, and it always answers the energy you send.